How you doing, guys? Big Mac Dance here today. Excuse the mess on the table, but this is just a bit of a quick showcase video for you for my IDICBeer Terrain Square Circle competition entry. It's a webway portal, as you'll have seen from my previous couple of videos that I did. I've not done too many updates on this Terrain Square Circle entry, simply because there's not been an awful lot happening, and when I have done it, I've done a fair amount of work over a short space of time. So rather than do bits of work over a longer space of time, I've done like big chunks of work in a short space of time. So that's why there's not been too many updates for this one. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with the result, to be honest. As I said, it was my first time working with foam board. It could be a little bit neater on the webway gates here, the structures. There's you can see the join and stuff. But these are all part of the learning process you go through when you're working with a new material, I think. I've got the miniatures on there just to give you an idea of the scale of the terrain piece. It's a cake board from the pound shop that I use, you may remember. Yeah, I think it's come out quite well. So the base I've painted with varying shades of brown. I've got like Vallejo muddy brown or mud brown on there, maybe some yellow ochre in there and some burnt umber, and then the Wraithbone constructs, the webway gate itself, and the sort of platform in the symbol of the Beeltan rune. I've gone in there with like a yellow primer at first, and like I think it's a German green primer as well, and then I've gone over that with a grey primer on like on the lighter areas. So the discs of the platform, in the centre they've got the grey primer, and then I've gone over it with a dusting of white, so it gives you the shaded effect. You can really see it on like this piece at the back here. It's got the lighter piece in the middle, and around the edges it's a bit darker. And then on this Wraithbone webway gate, it's darker on these pieces here. Let's move some of these miniatures out of the way, because I'm just knocking them over now. What I'll probably do for you guys is just pop a few still photos at the end, just so you can get a better view, because it's not quite sitting in frame the way I'd want. But yeah, the idea for me was that it was on an Exodite world, and Beeltan are one of the craft worlds that maintain strong relationships with the Exodite worlds, and then they come to their defense if the Exodite world's ever encroached on by the Imperium or by the Tau. Beeltan will be one of the first that respond to any requests for aid from the Exodite worlds. And the idea is, for me, these two structures here open the webway portal into this the cup of the chalice here, and then the portal opens there, and then the unit just sort of appears within the chalice. You can see as I've moved some of the miniatures, there's a few pieces where the base is showing through. It's like a metallic base. So I just need to go back in there with some of the basing material I've used. I've probably not done a thick enough coat of PVA or something like that, and that's why it's showing through. So these are all things that in my mind you get wear and tear during games, and then you have to maintain your scenery. Your miniatures sometimes get chipped and stuff like that, especially the old ones like this, the metal ones, because they're heavier, they can get chipped quite easily. So that's all part of this hobby. Some people would say unfortunately, other people probably really enjoy maintaining the miniatures and their terrain. But yeah, it's just an ongoing process. So like I said, I'll give you some still photos now, guys, just so you can get a better view. And I want to say, as always, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the battlefield.